guys, what is up? It's Kat here. Thank you so much for coming back and joining me today. I've missed you guys and it has been a hot minute since I have made a new video. How have you guys been? It has been a long time and I just wanted to sit down and make a video today, and oh my gosh, this garbage truck is going to drive me insane. Please leave. Okay. I wanted to sit down today and pre-game for what I'm sure we are all excited about, which is the Bad Batch. I don't know about you guys, but I am so hyped for this show. I in no way am like nervous for this show at all or have any trepidations about it. Like, I'm just so stoked for it. I think the announcement came at the perfect time. I've been excited for this show since they announced it. I really just feel like the show is gonna be so amazing, and truly I hope it just kind of picks up where we left off and continues the story through the new lens of the Bad Batch now, and I think that they are just great characters. I know it's going to be something fresh. I'm not saying that it's going to be like a cookie cutter replica of the Clone Wars, and I know I don't want it to be. Like, I'm sure we don't want like the exact same thing as the Clone Wars, obviously. That show had its time and it's obviously over and it's had its closure, but I'm just saying I feel like this show is going to fill the void that the finale of the Clone Wars has left inside of me. So I have high expectations for this show, but I have absolutely no predictions. You guys know me, I'm the worst at predictions, so I'm not gonna sit here and make a video thinking of my theories, like this is what I think is gonna happen in the show. I'm just excited to see it all fold out. I am so stoked for this 70-minute long debut, the premiere. Like, oh my god, what did we do to deserve that? I think that was such a smart move. Whoever's idea that was, thank you. I'm so excited for it. The hype is real, and I just wanted to sit down today and make a video. I like to make these little sit down and hang out chat videos to share my anticipations or hopes when a new Star Wars project is coming out. You might have seen my one for The Rise of Skywalker, so today I just wanted to sit and chat and share what I hope that we see in the Bad Batch. There are a few things I would like to see in this show. Again, I don't want the show to be a complete replica of the Clone Wars, so I'm not gonna say that I want it to be exactly like, you know, the former show. I hope that this show does go in a different direction, but there are a few things that I want to see, a few characters that I hope make an appearance. And of course, the first one is, and I'm sure we are all thinking it's Lord Vader himself. Feel free to debate me on this in the comments. Like, if you think Vader has no place in this show, or if you want Vader to remain kind of untouched during this point in his journey here, like his freshly Sith Lorded up timeline, let me know. Like, feel free to sound off in the comments if you think that this show would be better without a Vader appearance. But I just think, how could you not? Like, this, in my opinion, is like the perfect time period. The perfect untapped potential. Fresh Lord Vader, freshly suited up. Like, this is such an exciting point in time in Vader's journey. It is the dawn of his Sith Lordness, and I just want to see it. It doesn't even have to be like an epic hallway scene or anything. The infamous hallway scenes. No, it could literally be him in any context. Personally, I truly don't even care. If it's even just a conversation between him and Palpatine, which I would hope that Vader's appearance in the show would come with the prospect of potentially seeing him with Palpatine by his side, just to show a little bit of what their dynamic is like during this time period, like this fresh mentor-apprentice kind of relationship. I just want to see like a conversation between them, or like something, anything. It doesn't even have to be intense or epic. Realistically, like, obviously, I don't expect that he will have a huge recurring role in the show. I think if anything, they will maybe have 1 or 2 episodes at most where he would make some sort of special appearance, which honestly, I don't mind. I think that's what they're gonna do, because to me, I think having Vader show up less makes him more scary than if he were to be like popping up all the time. I do not think this show is going to be overly saturated with Vader content. This show isn't for him, obviously. It's about the Bad Batch, but he's of course around during this time period, and so that's just why, like, how can you not have him just pop in for a little bit where it would make sense? That's the thing. I don't think they will just throw him in for the sake of a Vader cameo. I feel like they use Vader very wisely and to incite fear. And so that's why he doesn't show up often, but when he does, it scares the crap out of you, aka Jedi Fallen Order final boss fight. I have no health left. So yes, those are my expectations. I obviously don't think Vader is going to be in every single episode. I think they are going to use him sparingly and maybe sprinkle him in just one or two super epic moments. As I was thinking of other, theories or potential plot lines for this show, it occurred to me that I hadn't even considered the possibility of Ahsoka making an appearance in this show, and I contemplated whether or not I would want to see her, and to be honest, I don't know if I do. I feel like she, unlike Vader, whose journey is just beginning now, like in his freshly Sith Lord state, she had closure. Ahsoka's, kind of story for this time period ended with Order 66 and the finale of the Clone Wars. So I think it's kind of a opposite situation for her, where I don't think it's a bad thing if she remains a little bit mysterious during this time period. So, I would also imagine she's probably gone into hiding during this time period, I would assume. And so I feel like realistically she wouldn't be out and about to the point where she would potentially cross paths with the Bad Batch, and she also really didn't have any interaction with them in the final season of the Clone Wars anyway, so it's not even like it would make sense if their paths crossed. But on the other hand, they do both have the connection of having just worked with Anakin before he became Vader in the final season of the Clone Wars, so that could be a possibility of them encountering each other and having that shared connection there during all of the turmoil following Order 66. So it could make sense if she showed up, but I personally don't think I want her to. I feel like she can remain a mystery in this show, and frankly, I think she's having her limelight in all of these other contexts now. She's got The Mandalorian, we're about to get the live action Ahsoka show, so I don't think they're gonna just throw her around loosey-goosey all over the place. I think perhaps she remains better untouched in this show and has other opportunities to appear. I am so excited for Tarkin in this show, and I really, 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 truly hope that they're not just using him as bait in all these teasers and trailers, and then he only is appearing in 1 or 2 episodes, and then not for the rest of the season. I hope that doesn't happen. I feel like there's so much more potential for his character, and I've always just wanted to see more of him, so I'm really, really excited for his appearance in this show. And again, I'm really hoping that they actually utilize him and bring in some more character development for him and potentially his relationship with Vader and the Emperor in this time frame. There's just so much juicy potential, everything about this time frame. I guess that's the overarching message of what I want out of this show. I just hope they take advantage of the untapped material during this period in the Star Wars timeline that we all are dying to see more of, post Order 66, literally freshly Lord Vadered Palpatine, and I think we can all agree this is a very juicy point in time for so many characters, and I really hope that they develop them and dive into that and aren't afraid to tap into the meat of this point in the Star Wars saga. This is just I'm just so excited. And one of the juiciest parts of this timeline for me, something I have always wanted to see more of, is any surviving or remaining Jedi who were able to avoid Order 66. Now, I know we obviously get this with Kanan Jarrus in Rebels, I know, but I just think that this show would be the perfect opportunity to show some more or introduce some new Jedi, perhaps. It doesn't even have to be a lot. If the Bad Batch just encountered one, that's just one of my hopes for this show. I just want the Bad Batch to cross paths with at least one survivor of Order 66 and hear just a story of how they managed to escape or avert it. I think of all opportunities, this show is the perfect opportunity to introduce a surviving Jedi. I don't know. Will that happen? I'm not sure. I accept that this show isn't about the Jedi anymore, but I just hope that along the way they encounter other people who are hiding from the Empire. I think that would make so much sense. But yeah, let me know if that's something you would be interested in seeing, and if it's someone that we do know, if it would be a character that we are familiar with from the Clone Wars, or if it would be a completely new Jedi. And finally, in terms of my hopes for the tone of this show, I kind of hope that it's a little more grown up than the Clone Wars. And I say that knowing that, like, the Clone Wars isn't a kid's show. Like, I know it's tailored towards children, but there are a lot of elements of that show that are not kid-friendly, specifically in the final season. Like, there were elements in the final season of Clone Wars that I, as an adult woman, was jarred by, aka seeing Echo's pretty much on the verge of death, lifeless body. That was, like, there were some graphic things, very mature things in the final season that shook even me, and that even I was like, I cannot believe that this is for kids, that this got approved. Like, and so I feel like that could be an indicator that this show, The Bad Batch, is going to kind of take a similar tone and go on in the same vein and maybe break out of the box a little bit of material focused towards children. And I'm not saying I want it to be super graphic and mature and adult content. No. I'm just saying I think we can all agree there were some arcs in the Clone Wars that are more skippable to get to the good stuff. So yes, that is just my one hope for this show, that it continues maybe to break out of the box and continue to, like, shock us. Like, there were some things in the final season of the Clone Wars that truly shocked me after the entirety of that show, and so I hope that this continues to do the same. But yes, those are just a few of the things that I am hoping to see, a few of the characters that I hope will make an appearance in The Bad Batch. Again, let me know if you disagree with any of these, because I know that I am definitely guilty of wishful thinking. If you look back on my what I want to see in the Rise of Skywalker video, I think essentially none of it happened. So I'm self-professed terrible with predictions and theories, and more often than not, the things that I want to see happen in the show don't come true. So, but let me know, do you think there is a place for Vader in this show as a super epic antagonist who appears for a little bit? Do you think there's a place for Ahsoka in this show? Do you think we will see any Jedi in this show? Let me know. Share your thoughts. I love to make these videos and then hear what you guys have to say. Please feel free to debate with me in the comments and tell me if any of these are unrealistic, because I'm sure some of them are. So, but yes, that is going to be it from me today, guys. Thank you guys for being patient. Again, I think I missed another week where I didn't post a video at all, so sorry about that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, feel free to comment what you want to see in The Bad Batch down below, and if you're even excited for this show. Like, I personally am so hyped for it. I'm so excited. Feel free to share your thoughts below. Scale of 1 to 10, how hype are you for The Bad Batch? As always, leave your video recommendations below if you have any. I love to hear from you guys. May the Force be with you guys always, and I will see you guys again very soon. Bye.